Welcome to another episode of the StoneLine Climbing Podcast. In this episode, I chat to Nathan Phillips. Nathan is one of the best boulderers in the UK for sure. He's climbed over 400 boulders in the 8th grade and first ascended Deep Fake, which is an 8C plus in Brione, Switzerland. He's also a full-time route setter, so he's got a really good handle on the balance between climbing and working, especially when the work is physical. So we chat a lot about Nathan's approach to climbing Deep Fake. We also talk about his general approach to climbing, which I think is really interesting and something a lot of people could learn from. We also talk about how he balances route setting and some kind of things within route setting that he thinks are interesting. We talk a bit about specific boulders and approaches to trying boulders and sometimes the pros and cons and logistics that come with certain projects or certain boulders or areas. There's a lot of knowledge that Nathan drops in this one, so I hope you enjoy. Nice one, cheers, Nate.
Welcome to the garage.
Yeah, I know, it's sick. 60-degree board, like what a spot for a podcast. I asked you a little bit when we came in, but what sort of prompted building a 60-degree board?
We bought this is our first house that we bought, and a garage was a pretty big thing I wanted in it.
Yeah.
Tara finally came around
To the idea.
Going really steep with it. Idea behind that was a lot of the hard things that I do tend to be quite steep, so kind of for replicas and things it's pretty useful, and I really like climbing steep stuff. I feel like it ends up being a bit more technical than the more mid steep things like 45 degrees. You get to use your legs a lot more, a bit more 3D climbing.
Yeah.
More fun.
Yeah. So are there specific boulders that you think you'll set replicas for on this?
Definitely for sure. I think I was trying Alphane a bit in February, even though it was super wet, so I could only try the start section quite a lot.
Yeah.
That would work pretty well for that. There's plenty of stuff that I'm keen.
Yeah, so for what about local stuff? Is there anything in Badger similar to this or?
Yeah, I mean Badger's probably 50 for the most part, I'd say. Maybe 50 to 60. So yeah, I guess it is kind of similar. I definitely Honey Badger. I took a few pockets on there.
I was going to say there's
pockets. I definitely need to get better pockets for that thing.
Right.
That's why they're on there.
Yeah.
I feel like for Honey Badger, it's doesn't really feel like you need to be insanely strong on pockets. You just need to have robust hands that aren't going to pop when you pull on the pockets.
Okay. Do they just feel? Do they feel tweaky or do you think you?
No, they're actually reasonably comfortable pockets.
Right.
They're padding a bit.
Okay.
And I'm just I never climb on pockets.
Okay.
So
are you opening them or do you have to
open. I'm open hands on them.
Okay.
I feel like it just I have a couple goes and then I'm my hand feels tired. I'm just I feel like I'm going to injure myself. Whereas if I just do a bit more strength building on them, then I'll just feel like they're not tweaky on the holds.
Yeah. So you just have to put a bit of time in on it, trying to hold those holds.
Yeah, and I absolutely hate doing pocket fingerboarding. I just end up with blood blisters on my fingers from the pressure and stuff. It's horrible. Just a bit of climbing on them would be more fun.
Do you train or climb in drag much? No?
I definitely climb in drag. I used to only crimp when I was younger, and I got injured on Elephant in Font.
Yeah.
There is a video somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen the video. Yeah, that film is.
I think it's been taken down now because of music copyrights.
It was on Vimeo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you went back and did it recently.
I did it recently. Yeah. It was a good redemption.
Sick.
But yeah, that was a lumbrical tear in my hand, and it meant that it was just because I never dragged basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was super weak in that position, and then I just had to do loads of training to build the rehab back up. And then after 2 years after it, I'd not done any rehab because I didn't even know rehab was a thing back then.
Yeah. This was 2014, 2015?
Would have been something like that when I was 19, something like that.
Yeah.
And no, it would have been earlier. Yeah, it would have been 17 actually.
Right.
yeah, then 2 years after I'd done no rehab, and then I started working with Dave Mason as coach, and got me doing some like drag repeater things, but I like couldn't hang body weight on like a
Really?
massive edge,
Wow.
2 hands drag.
So you were like super biased towards half crimp, full crimp.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
Now
Why do you think that was? Just
it's just the way I learned to climb. I think. Yeah.
Right, okay. When did you start climbing? How old were you?
I was 6.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
pretty young.
Shit. That's interesting because like a lot of kids tend to, they climb drag first.
Yeah.
And then they kind of have to develop half crimp. How do you think?
I think in the very beginning I was pretty open-handed, but then like quite quickly I had a coach that was like, "This is how you hold holds."
Okay. So you actually got coached to half crimp.
Well, more full crimp actually.
Oh, more full crimp.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do that these days.
Don't do that these days. But like, I know. But he was just like, this is how you hold a small hole.
Yeah.
So I learned to do that, and I think sometimes you just get lucky, you don't get injured. I had a mate who kind of grew up climbing the same time as me, from school, and he did get growth plate injuries.
Right.
Yeah, and he was out climbing for ages.
Yeah.
He started climbing again now, but he's like, he probably would have been like similar to me now if he hadn't got that.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think I was like, were your temperaments different? Like, did he push it loads, or do you think he was unlucky, or were you lucky, or?
I think he was just unlucky.
Yeah,
like we didn't really, like, training was just like going to the wall and trying stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not really like, we weren't fingerboarding or like campsboarding or anything.
Yeah.
Just kids going to the wall having fun, but like, we were crimping things.
You were trying hard, like.
Trying hard stuff. He got unlucky, I got lucky.
Going back to this a little bit, I suppose as well, being in, I mean, you set, I guess, mostly for a living, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're in commercial walls a lot, and I'd imagine sometimes you end up on commercial boards. Now, obviously, there's no commercial, apart from a kilt or a tension board, which you can adjust to 60, which maybe there's not that many around. I mean, maybe the places you go there are, but I guess in a lot of places there's either maybe a fixed kilt or a 50 or a fixed tension board or whatever.
Yeah.
Did that play any part in?
Definitely did, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of boards in Sheffield, and there's none that are like this.
60.
Apart from, you say, like, there's one kilter at Walsall Walls that you can crank down really steep. But yeah, like, I can drive 5 minutes to the schoolroom, get on some less steep boards if I want, and then might as well have something a bit different in the house. Yeah,
that makes sense. I think that's one thing maybe people don't do as much, isn't it? Is they just think, oh, I'll put up a board that's similar to the stuff I want to climb outside. But if you have access to all those walls already, make something that's a bit different, maybe. Yeah. Especially if, like you said, for you it's the stuff, the type of angles and the style you want to climb on. I know you've climbed a bunch of the school. I know you enjoy the 50, but I know you enjoy the splat as well. How do you find kind of balance climbing on those two? Do you feel better at one or the other, or?
I don't know. I kind of go through phases of like where I only go on the spray wall, and then other times I'm like really keen on the woody.
Right.
I don't really know. I don't think maybe. I guess it makes sense to like during limestone season I'm getting good finger training on the limestone anyway. I'm like always out on the lime when I'm here. So then like the spray wall is pretty useful to kind of even things out.
You're balancing a bit.
But then like in the winter when you're on the grit slopers and things, woody's pretty good for like, keeping the fingers going, I guess.
Yeah. Do you do, I mean, I know you would have when you were doing comps, but do you do much like capacity work now, or like training, or are you mostly just climbing?
For the last year and a half or so, I've really not had much time to train.
Okay.
Like training as in like being in the gym and like lifting weights and things, fingerboarding sort of thing. Just because of work, like just been working like mad, trying to pay for the house and things. And now that we've bought it, I'm still like trying to recuperate some funds. Like I'm not going on a trip this summer. I've got no money for that at all. So yeah, what was the question again?
No, just balancing. Different boards. So no trips now for you until.
No, like I just did a little 5-day stint in Font recently. and that was like I got invited to do some setting in Belgium.
Oh, nice.
And the setters have an apartment in front, and
Right.
they were like, "You can come and stay
Come
for a
stay.
week before."
Oh,
and I was
sick.
like, sounds great.
Thank you.
And yeah, it got me mega psyched for fun again.
Yeah.
So I might go in like October.
Okay. And I guess in terms of places to go, Font's pretty easy and pretty cheap.
Yeah,
So it makes loads of sense.
Closer ones for
Yeah,
sure.
we climbed together in Font a good couple of years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago now. And I've always been interested the way you. I noticed on those couple of days that we climbed, we tried. We were trying like 8As and stuff, but you were also doing 7As. It was almost like anything sort of around 7A and above, you were psyched for. And I know when you've been on other trips, like in Albarracín, you climbed 7A and above, and you did like a shitload of boulders.
Yeah.
Is that like a conscious thing that you like to do in terms of you don't because you've climbed 8C plus, so climbing 7A for you is pretty chill. I guess in different areas it's more chill than others. Font 7A can be sometimes as hard as Font 8A, or take you the same amount of time as Font 8A. But is that a conscious thing you like to do, or?
Yeah, I just like climbing good boulders.
Right.
Especially in places like where like sandstone, you end up with like really good easier boulders, like no matter the grade. So yeah, Font's great for moderates and like mid sevens and things. So yeah, like I'm gonna go do something a bit harder in the morning, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna just do something a bit fun in the afternoon.
Yeah. Do you do that everywhere, or do you feel like you tend to do it more in the areas that suit it?
Yeah, a bit more in the areas that suit it. But if there is something that's like, oh, that's a banger, 7B or something, I'm gonna go and do it.
You're never like restricting yourself to, okay, I'm just gonna try this today, or I'm just gonna try that today. You seem much more relaxed about.
I've definitely done that in the past, like some project trips. Like when I was trying deepfake, it was, yeah, I went on some trips where I would do a day on that. The next day I would try another project. Like I was trying Dreamtime at that time.
Yeah.
And then so I'd do day on deepfake, day on Dreamtime, rest, and then just repeat that basically. Yeah.
This is one of the big things I want to talk to you about, because there's not loads of people, I guess, that want to go away and just project, and you've done it loads. Maybe you've done it quite a bit. I've done it a bit. It's hard enough trying to do that on something that's an established boulder. What was it like trying to do that and actually develop a boulder? So like for background, you put up an 8C plus in Brionnais, which was a set to fake pamplemousse called Deepfake, and you worked on that over how many years?
6 years.
6 years. How I guess, when did you decide to invest in that, and then what did it look like over the years actually investing in it?
The first time I went to Brionnais, I think it was 2018.
Right.
And it was before there was a guidebook or anything there. So I just kind of went in my van, and there was like two of the groups in the car park at that time. So it was really quiet. Now it's mega busy there.
Yeah.
But it was quite nice because you ended up just like climbing with the few people that were there. And I tried did a lot of the classic 8Bs and stuff there, like Amber and Vecchio. And
you did those 3 in a day, didn't you? Or like
not in a day.
In 3, did you mean like 3 days?
Yeah, I did 2 in 2 days, and then
that's sick.
Amber took me 2 sessions. Actually,
right. That's cool.
Yeah. And then I did fake pamplemousse to stand, and was like, it doesn't really start in an obvious place to stand, but it's just got this like super obvious ledge at the bottom.
Shelf.
It's like that's where the boulder is supposed to start. So obvious. And I just started playing on it, and it was like, this is really hard. That's why it's not been done. And but it felt like doable, and then I like came back. I don't know when the next time I came back, but I was like, I'm gonna try it a bit more, because it was fun. It's a nice place to be by the river. And then I think maybe it was like 5 or 6 sessions before I'd done like the moves of a sequence. Didn't end up being the sequence that I did in the end, but like I'd figured out that it was possible. So I was like, okay, it's possible. I'm gonna properly get in on this thing.
So how many? So you think it was about 6 sessions in before you had like a full sequence? So before you'd done all the moves.
I've written in a post somewhere that says how many sessions. I think it was about 6.
Was it just like those first sessions then when you were trying it? Was that just sort of exploratory, just like tinkering around whilst trying other boulders, or was it or were you mentally at that point like, I'm gonna find a sequence on this? And
I think I'd done like fake pamplemousse and then flash flood to the right.
Yeah.
And then Frogger was like soaked,
Okay.
like it always is, on the left. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, that's super obvious. I'm trying it. And then the move to the the throw to the undercut was like that's like the clear move in the boulder for me back then, which has kind of changed with new beta now.
Right.
But that was like, that's the really cool move of the boulder, like hooking into this thing at like full extension, tension. And I just thought it was a really cool move. I was psyched on it and kind of like getting close to doing it. I think I actually did that move on the first trip, maybe after like 2 sessions. So I was like, that's a really cool move. I want to like link this together. Now there's like, if you're taller, you can do like a foot jam on top of the
so you
ledge.
wedge your foot in to get to the undercut.
You can get that really static.
Right.
control.
Okay. Yeah, because you were like standing up,
like
I'm
just
into
toe
it,
drilling
pushing
on the ledge, and it's like really fast move, and you have to get it so perfect to like be able to do the next bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think now with that new beta, if you're taller, like it definitely makes that move a lot more controlled, and then it makes the next bit easier because you've got it well.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then it was just like I was just drilling it, not tall enough to do this foot jump, so just like I was psyched on that move.
And then so okay, after six or so sessions, then you do all of the moves and you've got a workable sequence. How, in your head then, how close are you to doing it or not close are you to doing it? Are you thinking, okay, I'm going to go back for a trip and I'm going to have a good shot at doing it? Or are you thinking, I'm going to go and have a trip, try it a bit, try other stuff?
I definitely wasn't like, I'm close to doing this. Not at all. I was like, this feels like something I can do, but it's going to be a while. Like, I'm going to have to train and stuff, like get really specific with it. And I was kind of psyched to get really specific with it because I feel like in training, it's like, if you've got something that you're like, I really want to do this thing, it just makes it more like, it's so much easier to get motivation to train for it. You can just be like, I know that this exercise is going to really help me on this specific thing, so it's like, I'm going to do it. Where like some people like have loads of motivation to train, I don't have
just generally
to train. I hate training.
Right. So for you climbing, it has to be specific.
I like board climbing, which I guess is training, but normally when I say training, I'm talking about like the non-climbing training, off the wall
conditioning, fingerboarding type
thing,
stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which I just don't have much motivation for it. I need something to be like, I'm doing it for that, and then I'll do it.
So you did a lot then for that. I know you made a replica.
I was trying it whilst I was competing still.
Yeah.
For a couple of years, and then I had the replica in the schoolroom, which was super useful.
Okay.
It was pretty close in difficulty, I'd say.
Okay.
It didn't have like the stand in it. It was just like just the hard bit, from the sit to the start of the stand.
Okay.
There was like a tiny bit difference where I'd say the move to the undercut was slightly easier than the real thing, but then the move after was harder than the real one.
Right.
Which meant that when I've been training on the replica and then I went back to the real one, that second move was like, I think that's maybe the hardest move on the boulder.
Okay.
But
into
I
the
was
undercut.
like way more consistent on that than the move to the undercut.
Oh right. You think the second move's the hardest for you?
I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's super tensiony.
Right.
You go like from a really high left foot, you have to like put it really high with your foot back, and then like slam his foot up, and then that's really hard in itself. And then like you just like do this tiny move, but keeping the whole tension and like keeping everything squeezed together.
Yeah.
Super hard.
Right.
But that move felt really consistent because I was doing it with doing the replica with a weight vest on and stuff like.
Right. So when you what was your thought process when you made the replica? Was it, I'm going to make it straight away roughly as hard as the real thing?
Yeah, that was it. Because I'd never really done much replica training before that. And we reset the spray wall at the school and I put it up, but then I actually didn't really use it for like 2 years maybe.
Really?
and
Right.
it was just there.
Sat there like.
But that was when I was competing, so I was
Yeah.
kind of still more focused on comps.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I finished competing, I was like, I'm gonna just gonna go all in on this thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really started using it, and it turned out it was a really good level for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And how were you using it? Were you just treating it like you'd have a session on the boulder, just trying the single moves?
I was trying to like low point it.
Okay. How many moves was the replica? Like.
It was 3 moves.
Okay.
Basically.
So you were trying to do like the last move and then what add?
Yeah, I would just like try. I would try like each move from the top down individually, and I'd like when I'd done the top move, I would try and do it like 3 times.
Right.
And then I would try do the next move down.
Okay.
And if I did the move, I would try do the next move.
Yeah. Okay.
And try and do it 3 times, and then I'd go from the bottom.
So I guess from a confidence perspective, that's good because if you're just doing the third move and you haven't got anything above it, if you succeed on that move, you don't have to sort of drop your confidence by falling on the next move because you've just done the last move of it.
Yeah.
So then if you can do that 3 times and you come and move lower, and then maybe you do the second move and then you fall on the third move a bit, but the benefit is you've done the third move already 3 times. So you come in move 2 then, and you've got a higher percentage chance of going move 2 into move 3 because you've already done move 3.
Yeah.
That makes loads of sense.
And I was so confident in my ability to do the stand.
Yeah.
By the time that I did it, that I was just like, I'm not falling off the stand.
Yeah.
Like, I must have done it like 150 times.
Would you just get there, warm up, do the stand?
I would warm up before going there, like just with an edge or whatever, and then I'd normally pull on and like do the stand first go.
Yeah.
Like by year 3, I was just like I would just do it first go.
Yeah.
Like cool. And
would you ever do it more than once, or were you just like I'll do it once and then?
Sometimes, but most of the time it'd just be like I just do it once. If I do it once, then it's like okay, it's just confidence. Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not going to drop it. But then actually towards the very end of the projecting process, I felt like a tiny bit less consistent on the stand. Because I've been so focused on the sit.
Yeah.
Which kind of brought a little bit of nerves in there.
Yeah.
And the actual go that I did it was like, I climbed the stand so badly.
Really?
Well, actually, no. I climbed the most of it good, and then I climbed to hit the last hold, like completely missed it.
Right.
And just like, I was like, oh no, I'm off.
Yeah.
And then after a moment, I was like, I'm still on. Shit.
Yeah.
Right. Sort it out, get to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never fell off once you got into the stand?
No.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, at least Andra fell off when he got in the stand. Like, punter. Cool. So when you did the replica then, and was it straight to add a weight vest, or was it try and repeat it a bunch of times in a session? Or?
I would always try and do it like three times.
Okay.
Like once I'd done the whole length, try and do it 3 times, and then I would add some weight. I'd just go up in like 2 kilos.
Okay.
Until I think I did it with like 5 kilos eventually.
And over the period of doing it with, training on it specifically and doing it with the vest and stuff, what was the biggest transfer you noticed going back to the real thing? Just the ease of the moves, or?
The move I mentioned, not the move to the undercut, the next move, just felt like so consistently solid. Because that move on the replica was harder than the real one. Yeah. So the move on the real one just felt easier.
Yeah.
It was just like, that move was so hard before.
But that must have been a big confidence boost.
I can just pull on and just go, doesn't even feel hard.
Yeah.
But then trying to link anything into it felt like that was just nails again.
Right, okay.
So even just like the foot move is like really hard on its own, and then you just like, I don't know, like when you pull on from the move after bring the feet out, you're like kind of higher, and then if you do the foot move, you're like sunk under the holds a bit more, so you have to kind of then go and then go for it.
Right.
Just makes it quite a bit harder. Yeah, and just adding the extra little bits into the bottom.
Were you trying essentially low pointer then and just do it from a bit lower each time?
Yeah. I think I did it from like that move, the really hard move after the foot move to the top a bunch of times, maybe like 10 times or something.
Okay. Was that the lowest you did it from?
I did it with the foot move as well a bunch of times as well.
So how many moves did you have to add into that then? From
3.
Okay.
Basically, there's you have 1, 2. There's 2 6C moves.
Trivial-ish moves. Okay.
And
So it would have made no sense to do it from 2 moves then.
Yeah. So there's those 2, and then the big move.
The undercut. Okay.
Yeah, and I never wanted to do it from the big move to the undercut to the top.
Yeah.
If I did the move to the undercut, and then managed to do a couple more moves, I would have just got off.
You'd have jumped off.
Been so pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. And with certain boulders, it does just, there is an obvious, okay, this is the lowest point that it makes sense to do this boulder from, and for that boulder it was that. Is that something you're conscious of with other projects and stuff that you're trying? Is it, what is the lowest logical point to?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with Trance and Beautiful Mind at Badger Cove, it's similar. There's an obvious slot rail, which is so you have the Bewilderness start, which is pretty straight, and if you go into Bewilderness, you do a move out right into shoulder. Right. But if you go do Trance, which is the low right start, which adds in, there's a 7B boulder to some slots, and then you do an 8A bit, and these slots are the obvious place to, you don't really want to go any lower because it's just a consistent 7B boulder.
Right. Okay. So you don't. Yeah. There's no point adding. You thought 7B into.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you're doing. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Is it the same on the stuff you're trying at the moment?
Yeah, probably, because there's I got another project there, which is just it's really cool. Honestly, it's the best thing I've tried on limestone.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I've never been to New Zealand or anything, but for UK,
you wouldn't class that as limestone. I know it's limestone, but
yeah, it's just super straight. It's really comfy, cool holds, no sharp holds. The smallest holds on it is a half pad crimp.
Oh wow.
Everything else is these really cool vertical pinches, and then it's got a victory jump to a jug at the top.
Wow.
Pretty high, and it basically, the first few moves are not crazy hard, just a bit of a drainer. So it'd probably be 1, 2, 3, 4 moves maybe that I would just, if I did it from there, I would probably just go from the start. Yeah.
And is this something that's not been done?
Yeah.
How did you kind of end up trying this?
I had done the main hard things at Badger. I really like Badger. It's just kind of quite chill place.
Is it only Honey Badger you haven't done? You've done all the other stuff?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
You've done pretty much everything.
Yeah. And Honey Badger often stays wet for quite a long time.
Where is this in relation to Honey Badger then?
So Honey Badger's right in the middle of the
roofy,
the cave, the roof, and that climbs out and goes up the whole way, the whole crag, and then you have Dandelion Mine that goes. It's on the left side of the crag, which is this barreling, steep wall with loads of quite big holds, but it's a really steep wall. And you got Dandelion Mine that goes left from the same start as Wilderness, which goes right, and then this line just goes same start straight up through the middle.
Oh, in between those two.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's kind of weird because it feels like an eliminate,
right?
But there's a hold on Dandelion Mine, which is the left one, which you take with your right hand. It's this side pull thing, and when you're climbing this project, it's right there, but you just can't use it in any way. And then on Wilderness that goes right, there's another hold which you take with your left hand, this undercut thing. Yeah. And you just can't use it at all on this project. It's just a straight line in the middle. Yeah. And if people want to use those holds, they can use the holds, but I can't find a way to use them.
So how much have you tried it?
I tried it for most of last summer. I've got all the moves done. Took me maybe 4 sessions to do all the moves, and then it's basically the last two moves are the hardest moves.
Okay.
The penultimate move is probably the hardest move, and then the last move is still really hard. Like,
Right.
it's probably like one move 8A plus the penultimate move,
Wow.
and then the last move like a one move 8A.
So you're climbing what, essentially like an 8B or harder boulder in the last two moves?
Yeah. And then it's probably 8A slash plus up to
Right.
there, maybe.
So 8A slash plus into 8B or harder.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is 8C or 8C plus,
is,
I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, how are you working those last two moves then? Can you ladder up to get onto those
I have
last
to
two
ladder
moves?
up. It's quite tricky. I need someone to basically like freestand the ladder,
Oh, right, okay.
and then I climb up the back of it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I take it away.
And then
again.
they pull it away.
Yeah, I've like figured out a way where I can kind of get on for to try the penultimate move by myself.
But what does that look
Slightly
like?
sketchy. I like lean the ladder up quite low.
Against what, the wall?
Against the wall, and then I like go up and kind of go through the sequence with my feet on the ladder, kind of heel hooking the ladder
Oh, shit.
to get there, and then I can pull on, and but then the ladder's still kind of underneath me, so it's a bit sketchy.
Right. So if you were to fall maybe awkwardly on that first move of, you could end up like wrapped around the ladder or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But usually I land in exactly the same
In the
place
same spot.
every time, so
Yeah.
it's alright. It's only if I like did the move and then kind of swung back in a bit. and
Right,
let go.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of like always, if I'm trying it by myself, I'll like do the move, and if I don't feel like I'm really solid, I just
You
let
just
go.
let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of slows the process down a little bit. But
Yeah, that's quite hard logistically, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose something like deep fake was perfect because you could just work the moves from
Yeah.
the floor, and things get a lot harder when you have logistics like that. Either you have to ladder or whatever it is,
Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
spot.
Mhm.
So at the moment, I guess you've linked those top two moves. Are you trying to? Are you using the ladder as much now? What are you doing? What's
Well,
the
I haven't
process
been
like?
back since the end of last season, so I don't know if it's even dry yet. I need to go and actually check it. But I think going back for the first couple of sessions, you'll probably be just relearning a bit. Like I'll need to try and do those top moves again
Mm.
to try and get that link again. But yeah, it will be because they're so hard. The last two moves, I think every session I kind of want to like redo them at the start of the session, so I like
Yeah.
feel confident on it.
Yeah.
Because I can climb up to. I have done from the start, and have done the penultimate move
Oh, right.
once,
Okay.
I think.
So you've only
think I
say
did.
only, but you've got an 8A move to do
Yeah, but
after that.
man, I stuck that move and
And you
was
were
like, no way, I'm not
Yeah,
ready to.
yeah, okay.
And like, you got to feel so good when you get there to have
Yeah.
any chance at the
Yeah.
last move as well.
So
And it's
mentally,
terrifying.
what do you need to have? Where do you'll know, I suppose, after after a session or two. But do you feel like you need to have those last two moves feel like really easy to start adding stuff into them, or how
I
guess
don't
how does
think
that
they're
process
ever going to
look?
feel really easy, to be
Right.
honest. They're just really hard. But
Okay.
I think the conditions definitely matter. I think when I try projects like in the beginning, I find that conditions don't matter as much.
Mhm.
But then as I'm kind of getting towards the like trying to actually do the boulder, I feel like they matter more, or they
Mhm.
feel like they matter more, like for confidence.
Mm.
Like I've had quite a lot of dry fires and wet
Right.
fires on it. Just like, and it's pretty scary. It's quite high. Especially the last move. I've like, because you're going off this pinch, it's like a one pad pinch, and it's like flat, so there's no in-cut to it. And you jump to this flat jug slot thing, and I've like not quite had it that well. Often I hit it like drag on the lip because it's a slot you can like fumble it a bit.
Yeah.
And then like as I've swung out, the right
Just
hand's
ripped off.
ripped, and I've like swung out and like nearly missed the pads.
Yeah.
And it's pretty high. Basically, if you know the Dandelion Mind boulder, it like goes left, and then you travel up these jugs to the top.
Yeah.
And it goes back right along the jugs, and it finishes on those jugs at the top. So
it's going to a pretty high part of the wall.
Yeah, and you're jumping to it as well. So it's like pretty spicy. So you want to feel like really solid on the holds, to be like, okay, I'm not going to rip off, and then you just go at it.
As you start going from the start, or start trying to make those bigger links, the margin, I suppose, becomes more important, doesn't it? So the conditions need to feel better. When you were trying it a bit last year, were you looking for those good days, or would you go down there some days and try it and think, do you know what, it just feels shit today, I'm not going to bother? Or
there were definitely some days where it was like that. It's like turn up and then just be like, I'm like spooging on the holds, like they just feel sweaty and stuff.
Do you persevere in those situations, or do you just
sometimes I'm like, I'll just like try and get the start a bit more consistent.
Okay.
Because the start's like not crazy hard, but it's like, if I want to do it, I want it to feel super efficient. So you can still like you still gain things from those sessions.
Okay.
But then other times I'm just like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah. Just go home
just
and
go home.
have a board session or do something else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the benefit of local projects, isn't it? Is you have that flexibility to go out there
sure.
and decide, and you don't have to force yourself into something. But what would be interesting to know is, obviously it's local, and you have a good amount of time to go out there and try, but at the same time you're working a lot, and maybe you don't have, did you find with working more you needed to, or you felt like you needed to make the most of the sessions a bit more, or?
Yeah, I think limestone climbing is really good training in itself, especially for your fingers. And actually climbing on that boulder felt like great training for that boulder. I mean, it's basically like trying replicas, I guess, but because it's just like it's pinches, like engaged finger pinching, it feels like it trains your fingers in like a half crimp as well. So you're just squeezing rock really hard. It's good training. And it's like I've lost track of this.
So you wouldn't be bothered going out there and just having a session and feeling like, okay, I've done something, I've trained, I've
I would work so I'm doing like 4 days a week average setting
at the moment.
It's a lot.
Man, that's a lot.
So I would just take any chance that I got to go and try it. Last year.
Just a quick break to tell you about our online course, Master in Stone. The course is over 6 hours of video lessons filmed in Fontainebleau, where I walk you step by step through my approach to outdoor bouldering, covering tactics, technique, and how to actually get better on rock. The course is all about the small details, the 1% improvements that, over time, helped me climb multiple 8C boulders and nearly 500 problems in the 8th grade. And if you've ever wanted direct input on your climbing, you'll also get access to message me through the platform, so you're not just watching lessons, you're actually supported as you go through it. If you want to improve your level and squeeze the most out of your time on rock, check out the link in the show notes or scan the QR code on screen. Right, back to the episode.
And I don't know, like a lot of commercial days are like actually not crazy hard, like
okay,
physically.
Let's talk a bit about setting then, because I don't think there's, I mean, you know the setting community, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if there's anyone else in the UK at least that climbs at the level that you climb the sets as much as you set. I don't know. I don't think there is. So how are you? I know you've set. I guess you've set less over the years, and now you're setting more.
Yeah.
How are you balancing rock climbing and setting?
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not balancing it in a minute. But I don't know. I'm like, it's tricky because setting is, if it's like setting a comp or like a team training or something where the level is really high, I'm fucked at the end of it.
Okay.
I've got no skin. I'm too tired. I can't go out and climb the next day. This week I've been setting team training for the Irish team in Hull, and I was hoping to go out yesterday, the day after it, and my skin was just totally gone. I was like, I'm not climbing. I'll go out and spot Tara, but I'm not going to get on. So yeah, it can like really cut into it, cut into your own climbing time. I guess ideally I would like use that time and like go, okay, my skin's bad, I can still go and lift some weights. But I do really struggle with non-climbing training motivation as well.
Is there any things you've picked up over the years setting that allow you to balance it a bit better, or allow you to still have good rock sessions? I mean, I've heard, I can't remember, I think you maybe posted about it somewhere or mentioned it, but when you set, when you test stuff that either you've said or the team say, you've got an ability to put like a 50% on. You're never like going 100% on a test as you would on rock.
To like preserve skin and energy, and like really rarely try 100%. It's like that only ever happens if it's like I'm setting with a team or like a head setter that kind of is like they're unsure about a boulder that's like, oh, is it too hard, whatever, and then I'm like, I don't think it's too hard, so I'll then just go, okay, if I try hard once and show them that it's fine,
then
they'll
get
the
message.
Move on. And then that's like, that will save more energy than giving it half-assed attempts for half an hour.
For like ages.
Yeah, so then I can just like, okay,
one and done.
One and done. Exactly. But yeah, like normal commercial sets often are like not that physically taxing in terms of like hard moves. You just do like lots of like, it feels like you're just doing like junk mileage.
Okay.
That's what Dave used to call it. You just, I mean, because like you said, like the level that I project and like climb on a regular basis is not like what I'm setting in commercial gyms.
It's quite a lot harder than what you set.
So it's like quite below my maximum capacity. I'm just doing a lot of like 7/8 and things. And you just like, I often feel like just really well warmed up after a commercial set.
Recruited and like.
But I still like, I don't want to stay in the wall after a set. I want to be out. Now having this, and like, I think I'm gonna be like, I do a commercial set, come home, and then I can come on the board.
Board session.
Actually fit in a bit of training.
And at the moment, about 4 days a week on average you're setting. So that'd be Monday to Thursday, Tuesday to Friday, or maybe a mix. You have one day off in the week. On that one day off, maybe are you, if the weather's good, are you trying to climb outside, or?
As much as I can. It depends on the sets. Like I said, if it's commercial, then I could do 4 days and then climb the next day.
Okay.
If it's team training or a comps, then I'm not climbing the next day. Yeah.
It's quite a lot, isn't it? Like, is it skin that's the biggest tax for you, do you think, on the?
I think. So I've got very good skin. Like if it's really bad and I have a day off, usually the next day it's fine. And I think the fact that I don't try 100% in testing means that I can save skin quite a lot, and you learn to like judge what level is right without actually doing moves.
That's experience, I guess, isn't it?
You know that Katsu guy from Japan.
Okay,
the setter from Japan. He doesn't pull on at all.
Really?
No.
On a test?
No.
How the fuck does he get away with that?
He like watches other people and then he's like, I don't know. I feel like if I did that, they'd just be like, "Oh, we're not paying."
Not paying you to put the stuff on the wall and give it like not prove. But
I mean, like he does a good job, doesn't he?
Does he? Yeah. That's interesting.
It's mad.
I mean,
but like, you just like you learn how to do it without doing moves. It's just like you can half-ass a move, and then you learn how much effort you're putting in, and then you go, if I put in this much more, I could see that being doable.
And you know who you're setting for as well, I suppose, in most cases, especially for team trainings or comps. So you know if you've done this move, or you've given 50% and you've come fairly close to doing the move, Toby at 70% or whoever at 70%
Yeah.
has got a good chance
Yeah, exactly.
at doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
always think that's an interesting one though for setting comps and things, because often you set a comp and you set a move and then you be like, I can't do it, but this person will do it. Like you might go, oh, I've set a power coordination campus paddle, and then you're like, Dan, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But then that's sort of like you're set that you're then kind of deciding who's going to win the comp.
Right, okay.
Because you're like, this person will do it.
Mm.
But then, like, I guess you never set the boulder in the first place with the person in mind. You set a boulder, and then when you're in testing, you're like, okay, this person is probably going to do it because it suits their style, but you didn't set it for that person.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's still fair.
Fair game.
Yeah.
What do you think about? So this came up a bit with the PCL, didn't it? With the girls bowlers and Yanya, it's like they were saying that the bowlers were, or she was saying the bowlers are too easy. What do you think the answer is with that sort of stuff? Because I suppose the argument is you make the bowlers really hard, and maybe she does them, but maybe some of the other girls can't play or can't get going. Or if you make them easy enough that they can kind of all do them, it's relying on who makes a mistake. What do you think?
I think for the PCL, basically the setters have an impossible job.
Yeah.
It's the most difficult setting job ever.
Right.
Like the line to get it perfect is just so thin. Like, yeah, tiny bit too hard, and it's the first person who pulls onto the boulder wins.
Right.
And then tiny bit too easy, and it's flash fest. And it's just the fact that you have Yanya and Oriane who are like, they're probably there's like a gap between those two and the next. You would like, I feel like that's fair to say.
Yeah.
So then, like, if you have one of those against another person, how do you set a boulder that like is exciting to watch, and it's not just this person just does it and the other person can't go off the ground. Yeah. Or you set it easy and it's a race and it's a bit more like exciting to watch. I guess I don't know. It's really tricky. Yeah.
That's a hard balance, isn't it?
I did really enjoy watching the comp.
Yeah.
It was really fun to watch.
And you set for some of it?
I set for the seeding round, not the main event, just the seeding, which was really fun. And we had like, it was like far less stressful than the main event guys. Like I know those guys are like super stressed, and like rightly so. Super stressful.
Does that get stressful for you setting? Maybe it wasn't so stressful for you setting that day, but does it get stressful for you setting bigger comps?
Maybe a bit. I mean, that was the first time I'd set for like such a strong international field.
Okay.
Like I've set nationals a couple of times in the UK, and a few like team trainings for some other countries, but I've never set like a big international comp like that, which was quite cool. And I was like, I really don't want to set shit boulders. But I think we did a good job. People seem to be happy with it.
How I mean, I know what setting looks like on a local perspective. How collaborative? Like, what does it look like setting on a stage like that where you're setting for international? Like you're setting for the best in the world.
Well, that was interesting because we had 5 setters and 4 boulders for each round to set. So me and Matt VC, we just teamed up and set a boulder together. Like Matt had an idea, and he was just like, "Come and help me make this work."
Right.
And then we just like fully collabed on it. It didn't end up being like exactly the vision that Matt had, but it changed into something that was still really cool. And that's quite often what happens. Like you have an idea and then you never quite have the perfect wall set up, the holds, and then you just turn it into something cool that works in the same thing. Like often, like to get an idea that's new to work, you just have to have everything has to line up perfectly. Like the wall angle and the holds and everything, and the level of the athletes. Because often like you might have the perfect wall set up and the holds, which is rare, and then it's just not the right level of comp to set it for.
Right. Okay.
And it's just like, well, no one's going to do it,
Waste of
even
time.
though the move works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for these guys who are actually trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in that comp, it's like, well, we've got some really good climbers, so we can try and
You
set
can-
something really crazy.
Yeah.
It
How
worked really
how was it? Was that? How often do you set, collaboratively, where you're like, right, there's two of us and we're setting one boulder together? How often do you do that versus, obviously on a commercial set, presumably you just, you come in and you set 6 blocks or 8 blocks or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, more often in a comp that happens. Most of the time it's like you set your own boulder and then it like becomes more of a team thing, but I don't know, most of the time boulders end up being more or less the original
Okay.
what the original first person put up, but it's just kind of like getting it to be the right level and like not have the breaks and things. Yeah, everyone like comes together to make sure those things all work.
And most times that'd be like a full team test. So if there's 5 of you on a team, you'll go around
Yeah.
each boulder as a team.
Yeah, sometimes you split up into different teams,
Okay.
just to speed things up a bit because it can take a long time. But yeah, sometimes it's the
Yeah.
whole team. Yeah.
Cool. And you, obviously, you enjoy the process of setting. Has there been a time where you thought, do you know what, I've had like settings, hard work, I want to do something else, or does it feel enough? It's fine for you to do now physically and balancing your own climbing.
I definitely want to do less than I am now.
Okay.
It's a bit too much to like. I want to still be a climber that sets and not a setter that climbs.
Yeah.
Which at the minute kind of feels like it's the other way around.
Okay. That
Yeah.
must be a fine line to tread once you're setting 4 days a week.
Yeah. Basically, I'm really bad at saying no to work, and I've just ended up this year, especially. I've been setting. I feel like my setting career is going really well. Like I keep getting asked to set comps and like trainings and things, and it's like all the big things that a setter would be like excited to set for, which I am really like grateful for. It's really cool. But it's just a lot. It's like they're really tiring, and you just end up not having that much time to climb for yourself.
Do you? I guess if you find it hard to say no to stuff, are there points where you've said, do you know what, I've got a trip coming up, or so maybe in the run up to try and deep fake on trips, and was there setting you ever had to say no to, and you're like, do you know what, I'm prioritizing this project?
When I was competing, I only did 2 days a week setting.
Okay.
Unless I would do like one week a month where I go to London and do 3. And it was easier to kind of limit it back then when I was competing, because I was like, it's for the comps. Like I'm doing this work to pay to go to the comps. Because I didn't have any funding or anything. It was just had some sponsors that paid a bit. I think I had like 1 year where the season was funded from sponsors. The rest of it was just, and like paying to live was all. I'm saying and stuff. So, it was just but it made it easier to be like, okay, I need to not set loads so I can actually train properly.
Do these comps.
But now when I stopped competing, it just ended up, I don't know. I don't know why it's harder to like. I don't know why it's harder to say no now, but it just is. Yeah.
The comps, I suppose, are a bigger investment, aren't they? In that you're representing your country. They're fixed dates. It's a space that's on the team that's given to you. Yeah. You want to kind of honour that, don't you? And be your best when you go there, and not be like, oh, here we go on a World Cup. I've been setting 5 days last week. Yeah. Sorry if I perform a bit shit. Yeah, I want to go back to deep fake. What was that like going on a trip? I suppose when you're in that end stages of trying that, going on a trip, accepting, I'm going to climb this boulder, but you're not going to do anything else. Maybe when you're there, you're just focused on that, and go in there accepting I might not climb anything on this trip. I might be here for 3 weeks or a month and not do anything. Was that mentally hard?
I think basically I've been to Ticino a lot, and I've done a lot of things there. So going there, it feels like if I was doing this in an area where I've not been to before, I've not done that much, it would be much harder because I'd be like, well, there's all this cool stuff I've not even tried. But I've done a lot there, so it felt a lot easier to kind of commit to one thing. But it was only that one trip I did a month where it was like, where I mentioned I was doing like deep fake one day, dream time the next day, and then resting and repeating. That was kind of the only trip where it was like, I was only trying to do those two boulders.
Okay.
The other trips were more like I would try that boulder one day, then try something else, like could be anything,
Random,
something fun, and then
right.
rest and then repeat. So that they were a lot more fun, and they kept it. Kept.
Did you
more
have? Was that a conscious thing of I'm not gonna just go, day on day off on this on deep fake? It was I need some of these other boulders to keep me.
Keep it fun, and I think you can get really specifically tired on, like, if you try one thing just constantly, like those specific muscle groups just get super tired. Like I never try a boulder 2 days in a row. Okay. Never, because I just feel like it's not that productive. I'm just gonna be more tired the second day. Just find it better to just try something else and use the other muscle groups.
I think even day on day off, I mean, I've noticed when I've done it on trips trying to climb something limit, day on day off, like you said, is cumulative, isn't it? You just end up those muscles and skin, you just take a beating in the same place, and it does become counterproductive. You can almost feel like, as I feel as though it's been like a wave where you feel like you're getting better, you're learning the boulder better, you're climbing the boulder better, but physically you're starting to dip. So if you're lucky sometimes and you get that kind of sweet spot where you're riding that wave up of learning the boulder better and feeling more recruited and better on it, if you can then do it before you start to feel that dip the other side, perfect. But with something that's properly at your limit, you don't always get that, do you? So that spacing of the sessions a bit more is probably quite good. What about stuff like going to Rocklands and trying? I'm interested how your sort of process was trying stuff there, because you had a really good trip there a few years ago, didn't you, where you did stuff like Oliphants and Black Eagle and those things. How were you sort of approaching those things?
I guess when you go to places like that, there's so much there. I know my first trip there, I didn't climb anything harder than 80 plus. Right. Just did loads of all like classics, which is every time I go somewhere and for the first time, I'm like, I'm not projecting. I'm just gonna try all the cool stuff. Just like really sample the area, and then next time I go, then I've done all of the, not done all, but like I've done a lot of it. It's like it's easier to then kind of commit to something.
When you say sample, what does that look like for you? Does that, is that 2 or 3 boulders in a day? Is it 10 boulders a day? Is it, what is it? What does that look like? Climbing every day?
Maybe like 2 or 3. I have done a lot of trips where I don't really rest much.
You just climb every day, near enough.
Because my skin is pretty good. On rock, it's like, it goes quite dry and thick, and I can just, I tend to like have short sessions on boulders. Okay. Like just like an hour and a half. I like to warm up before I go out, so I'm not like wasting skin on the boulder. I like just warm up in the house. Whatever.
So if you're on a trip, let's say you're in Ticino or whatever, and you're in a van or you're in an Airbnb, what are you doing before? What are you doing to warm up?
I'm doing like finger curls, some leg stuff, like bridges and things. Get ready for heel hooks. I've had a lot of like knee issues in the past where just like not warming up your legs and then cranking on a heel, and then your knee starts to really hurt. And I've done like torn both hamstrings in the past. So I'm just like really get my legs warm.
Do you climb quite leggy as well? Do you feel like?
I'm rubbish when my feet come off. Okay. If I ever go to like one point of contact, so like campsing, I can like hang on really bad holds with my feet off, but when I have to like go between holds and it goes to one point, I'm really rubbish. So I can like have one hand on a foot and like hold a really bad hold and like kind of swing around quite comfortably. But as soon as like the foot comes up, I'm like, I'm rubbish. So I use my legs a lot to like take weight from the hands.
So you do some leg stuff. You do a bit of finger
finger
curls.
stuff. I do some lock-offs because I've got bad elbows as well. So I do like long lock-offs, like 30-second lock-offs, quite a lot of them to like. It's supposed to because it like hurts a bit. It's from the inside elbow pain. If you do like, I do 6 sets of like 30-second lock-offs in like different angles, and the idea behind it is that your brain is like, ooh, this hurts a bit, but then if you just keep holding it, your brain then goes, okay, he's not gonna stop doing this. I'm just gonna stop telling him that it hurts. And then it does seem to work. I don't know, like, and then I also wear like some sleeves to keep my elbows warm because they hurt way more when they're cold as well. But that's pretty much it. Like, do like a bit of leg stuff, finger curls and lock-offs, and tiny bit of shoulder stuff, like some pushing and some like rotating things like this. But
and you're pretty religious with that stuff.
Every time. Otherwise, I just hurt.
Okay. So then you get to the crag, and then you warming up, and you get there on random boulders, or is
normally
it just we go into the boulder we're going to, I'll get going on that, or
pretty much. Yeah.
Have you? I know you've I know you flashed like some pretty hard things. Is that something that's on your mind when you rock up to a boulder, or does it depend what level?
I don't really, not anymore. I used to, but I like don't really try and flash things that much anymore. Occasionally I'll get to a boulder and be like, this does look quite flashable. And then I'll like try and do it, but most of the time I'm not really thinking about that. It just adds some extra pressure when it's like I'm just kind of here to have fun as well. Yeah.
When you were trying deepfake and you were trying Dreamtime or something the other day, and you were on trips, if you were with Tara or if you were with other people, did you feel sort of, I'm assuming you felt some pressure, but did you feel that on those days, like, I suppose like you said, you've done a lot of the boulders there, so maybe you didn't feel like you're seeing other people trying other boulders and you're like, I wish I was doing that, because you've probably done a lot of those things. But then, did that ever come up where you're just like, I kind of wish I was climbing on other things today?
I mean, there was definitely days when I'd be on it and I'd be like, I'm just not really enjoying this. But I mean, quite a few of the trips I had, I'd do like, because I always do like month trips normally, because I just feel like you need a good amount of time to get stuck into projects and things. Like if you just have a week or 2 weeks, it's like when you factor in rest days, you're not actually getting much time on the boulder.
Especially if you factor in weather as well, sometimes you can end up with like nothing.
And then exactly, which I've had a few trips where it's like that. Just like I don't know, some of the trips I've done, like 3 of the weeks I've been like on the project, and then it's been like I'm just like losing a bit of motivation for it now, and then I've just gone and opened some boulders or something, because I've realized now that what I really enjoy in climbing is opening new boulders. It's probably I have the most fun doing that.
Right, interesting.
But not just the bit of like actually climbing the boulders, but the like all the prep that goes into it as well. I love building landings. It's really fun.
Construction.
Me and Alex Prescott in February, we opened this boulder with a few lines on it in Chino, and we spent.
Is that in Bodio?
Yeah. We spent like a good full afternoon just shifting rocks. It's great.
It's therapeutic, isn't it?
You
just go around moving shit around,
building something in the woods with your mate.
Yeah. It almost, the climbing bit at the end is sort of it's the cherry on the cake, isn't it? Really, the rest of it is fun.
And it is really nice when you put in all that time to open something, and then you see other people going and doing it. Go and do it, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is a cool one. So, it's nice.
I suppose in that sense, fake was sort of the opposite. It was just sat there. It was obvious. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to build a landing. It was there.
Yeah.
Was there ever? Did you think? Oh, if someone comes and makes the first ascent of this, were you still so invested? Was it about the first ascent for you, or was it was still, it's this boulder? If someone goes and does it, I'm still gonna go and do it.
I think in the beginning it probably was about doing a new hard thing that was new, but then like after a few years, and I put so much time into it, it was like it didn't matter at all whether someone else did it first. I was just like, I want to do this challenge that I've set myself. Yeah, I put so much into it. Like I'm gonna see it through, no matter what. So,
you didn't care. You would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
That's cool. I suppose it's that investment, isn't it? After a certain point, the reasons you want to do it become because it's something you've invested in and it's a challenge. It's not because nobody's done it. But like you say, do you think you'd have invested in it and you'd have been really hooked on it if it had been done when you started trying it? If it was already a thing?
I don't know. It's an interesting question. I mean, I definitely would have tried it because it's such an obvious, cool line. Whether it had been done by a really tall person who had done the foot jam,
and given it 8C, and you'd be like,
and I couldn't reach the foot jam, maybe I wouldn't have.
That turned out well then.
Know.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
What did you think watching the video of Adam on it?
Yeah, really impressive.
Wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And
like flashing 3 8Cs and
mental. That one with the knee bars in Bavona. I can't remember what it's, that just looks like the most unflashable boulder ever.
That's what I thought.
So technical and mad.
You can kind of see the lion's share thing making sense. It's physical, basic.
Yeah, basic.
But that thing, you look.
It's an interesting one, that boulder, actually. Little insight on it. I watched Aiden on it. Maybe the session before he did it, or like a couple sessions before. And Aiden actually starts it in a different place.
Oh, really?
To where everyone else has done it, but he didn't put any info about it, so it's like.
You can't complain.
Clearly, why? Yeah, you can't complain. I don't think he is complaining at all.
Sure
but it's just fun. It's interesting. He starts like. I can't remember. People starting like on the rail on the right and then going up left hand, whereas Aiden like starts like wider like this, and then he goes right hand up and then matches this rail.
Okay.
And I think that's why.
Do you think that explains why people think it's right? Okay, that makes sense.
Because it looked really hard the way he was doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I saw Jakob doing it, and I think Andre wasn't looking at Jakob's video, wasn't he, when he was doing it?
Yeah.
And I suppose that's all it takes sometimes is one person. The first person who puts up a video, it kind of becomes, okay, there's the blueprint for where the start is, what you do, what the beater is.
I'm very much in the park of, if you open a boulder and you don't tell anyone about it, or you don't like write it up anywhere, you can't go back and complain if people do it wrong or whatever. Or
I agree.
Retro claiming a first ascent. It's like you've never told anyone you've done it, and you've not. I know, like, just tell the person that writes the guidebook or something. Yeah. There's been a few occasions where I've like done something that I thought was a first ascent.
Right.
And
like in Swiss or abroad, or.
Yeah, and then someone's just come and been like, "Yeah, I did that in like 1980 or something." And you're like, well,
fucking tell someone.
Why don't you tell someone?
Yeah, I don't think it's really. I do understand that there was a different time.
About it,
yeah, you don't have to go and tell everyone and put an Instagram story or a post up or. But I suppose if we're talking about stuff that was 20, 30 years ago, there wasn't UKC, there wasn't 8A, there wasn't logbooks, there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't all of this stuff. So maybe the only person you would tell at that point is a guidebook author. Maybe you didn't know him, whatever. But in this day and age, I think if you're gonna make a claim on a boulder that you've done it, you need to communicate to people where the fuck it starts, where it finishes, X, Y, and Z. Otherwise, people are gonna just do what they want. I mean,
or just you can't. You've got no leg to stand on if you're going to complain about it.
Yeah. So I suppose there was a similar thing maybe with Alphane and Arrival of the Birds with Bailey doing it slightly differently.
All right.
I think this a slightly different start or something. But I guess there is always going to be that. I mean, there's been that with like local stuff that maybe I've done, and somebody said, "Oh, where does this start?" And even sometimes when you communicate where a start is, it's maybe not obvious. You're saying on a side pull or whatever, and there might be 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's tricky. I mean, okay, the ideal is you put up a video or whatever it is, but not everyone wants to do that. And, and I completely get that as well. One of the other sort of things I was going to ask, I know, like you say, I know you do loads of volume, and you like just climbing a lot. Do you feel like that helps you or has helped you for the really hard things that you've done? Just having a huge log of kind of boulders and confidence?
Probably not.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't know. I think I definitely have like a good range and style from that for sure. Like I can try reasonably hard things in most styles.
Yeah.
I think, which is quite nice. Like I have more choice in the boulders that I try.
Yeah, because if on the days that we've maybe climbed together, we've climbed on stuff that was relatively middle ground, kind of not too crimpy, not too powerful. There'd be some, and I suppose we're not that dissimilar. I know you've got really long arms, but we're not that dissimilar in height.
Yeah.
I'm a bit shorter than you. But so I guess there wouldn't maybe be stuff that we would try together that would be drastically different. But is there people that you climb with where you do notice that you are more able to do different styles, and they're like, well, I'll try this thing with you, but I ain't trying that thing with you?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people that are like, they just go for the crimps.
Yeah.
And like, I like climbing on crimps, but I also like climbing on slopers and pinches and everything. And I don't know. I just find like just doing one thing all the time just gets a bit boring, I think. I like mixing up. I like climbing so varied. Yeah. Why not try and be good at all of it? But it does mean that like I've not really like specialized in anything.
Yeah, maybe you've not pushed yourself in the maybe what do you think you're best at?
I'm best at being medium at
Being
everything.
a generalist.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few things that I think I'm quite good at, but so like pinches where it's like engaged fingers. So this project at Badger is like very suits me a lot. Though interestingly, often like on the board, if I climb on a pinch boulder with people on the board, they're always like, "Were you so good on pinches or whatever?" But then if I try established pinch boulders outside, I find them quite hard. When some people say they're like might be on the easier end, and I'm like, it's mad because I'm like on a board. I'm really good on pinches. It's an interesting one. Like that. Have you tried Salamander in Brioni?
Yeah, I've done that.
I thought that was nails.
I thought it was. There's no way. There's no way that's 8A to me.
Yeah, that's mad. I thought it could be 8B. Like.
Yeah.
Like.
Because you've got the brick, and then you've got that other little mini brick thing. That thing you full on like it's flat as
and
shit.
That's
you
like
just squeeze the shit of it.
What I'm good at.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The engaged finger pinching, and I thought that was nails.
Yeah.
Maybe you get people say it's like soft 8A. Like,
wow. What planet are you on?
Mad.
What's top 3 for you in Brioni boulders?
Vecchio. What am I? Slab unrepeatable.
Okay, yeah. Let's throw one of you on in.
It's just like walking on glass. Great. Casavino, which I haven't done.
Oh, you've done that. That would be hard for you, surely.
Yeah, I tried it a bit in February actually,
right.
And I can do it. I can do it for sure. I was never that good at heel hooks back in the day.
Right.
And then I would always toe hook everything, and then my knees kept getting sore and then did tearing my hamstrings. So then I just like I need to get good at heel
Because
kicking.
you've done so much leg stuff now.
Loads of leg stuff. Yeah, now I'm pretty good at heels. So
yeah.
I can definitely do that now. I've did it in two overlaps.
Right. Because the other, I looked at the stuff that you did in Rocklands, that whatever year that was, a few years back. If you look at something like Oliphants and something like Black Eagle, those things maybe couldn't be much more different from each other, but both. Yeah. Did they feel a similar level to you in difficulty?
Yeah, I think I definitely had more sessions on Elephant Storm. That was like a multi-trip.
Okay. Well, I'm really keen to try that, so
you'll be all over that.
No, I've tried it. I did try it briefly the last time we were there.
That's another one Aiden did third go.
Yeah, I remember
he was trying to do a low start to it.
Really?
He nearly did the moves.
Shit.
Be well out.
What, was he like on the undercut at the bottom and then going up into that thing? Oh my
Sitting on a termite mound to start.
Wow. Any advice for trying that? Did you ever have a replica for that or do anything specific?
I did actually set one at the school spray and I never used it.
Right.
But I mean, it's pretty simple climbing.
It's basic.
Yeah, maybe you could do like a bit of like wide leg clawing.
For clawing on that right foot at the end.
Because I kept getting to the last move and falling on the last move a lot.
Okay.
Because the start is just like pure finger strength.
Bear it down.
Yeah, and then the end is like wide shouldering move off a clawy foot, but it's like it's a weird like twisted claw foot because it's like blocked on the left. You have to like turn your foot like that.
Right.
You can't just like do that.
Pull. You can't pull towards yourself. You're trying
you have to
push
turn your ankle in so your toes
down.
are like turned into. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Was it specific shoe? Did you have?
I can't remember what I did in actually. I think originally I was trying it in like Magos or something.
Right.
But I don't know, something with like a good steep toe box would be good on that.
You're mostly instinct, are you?
Yeah, I wear those for most things. Yeah.
Orange, blue.
Blue for most things. Yeah.
You won the purple ones.
Yeah, they're good. I think they're a tiny bit softer than the blue. They're really good for like river wash rock, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like really good for that stuff. They're less good for like putting power through like a harder edge.
Yeah, maybe not done edge quite as well.
Yeah.
But you use the orange ones quite a bit, haven't you? For stuff.
Yeah. I think I use the blue ones for like 95% of the things I climb.
Okay.
And then I just like have a pair of every other shoe to in case I need something specific.
Yeah. Your favourite shoe would be those, do you think?
Yeah, for rock, yeah. For comps, Drago, LV, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you prefer the white boys?
Yeah, just the yellows don't fit my feet. So
okay.
I've got flat feet. They're so good for comps. Like, there's no reason why you would wear anything else, I think, for a comp.
So you're very much in the camp now of
so I wear
one shoe and get really good at wearing the one shoe.
Yeah, I mean, they're just good for everything, I think. Like, you can smear in them, you can edge in them, you can heel in them.
Yeah.
They're pretty good for everything. I wear Dragos if I want to toe hook something really bad.
Okay.
Because, like the instincts are good for toe hooks, but the Drago just the rubber comes higher up the foot, so you can get more on there.
And I suppose it's a flatter surface, isn't it? Surface rather than the ribs that are on the instinct.
Yeah,
so I suppose it depends on the toe hook as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Last couple of questions. Do you know how many font 8s you've climbed?
I can find out.
No. Well, I know. I've got it written here.
Oh, okay. No,
but I don't know. If you had to guess, what would you guess?
I want to say 200 and something.
Oh, mate, like double that. You're a 400.
Really?
On 8ANU anyway, you've logged 403.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a shitload.
That's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot. And you've done that, maybe of British climbers, you're probably one of the people who's been and seen and done, has climbed in the most areas. Is there anywhere left that you haven't been, or maybe somewhere that you haven't been that you really want to go to, or somewhere you've maybe been once and you really want to go back to?
I would really like to go to New Zealand.
Okay.
But it's so expensive. I don't know if I can
It's a bit
afford
spenny.
it. But it looks so good. Have you been there? No.
I'd love to go as well.
Looks great.
Japan for me. I'd love to go to Japan.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Always inspired by.
Yeah, I have.
the
I've
stuff
been
there.
to Japan a few times for comps,
Comps.
but never climbed outside.
Yeah.
So that would be cool to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What about lifeless boulders? If you could only climb 3 more things.
Ones I haven't done.
Yeah.
I feel like the finish line is the best line in the world.
In the world. Have you ever walked to Living Large?
Yeah, I have.
And you think finish lines?
I
I've never
think
walked to
finish line
Living
is
Large.
a better line.
Okay.
But yeah, Living Large is pretty close. But I
Yeah.
think Living Large kind of faces into the hillside a bit,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it a little bit less cool.
Okay. I'm
Whereas
with you.
finish line just has like a big open space. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Two more.
maybe Living Large would be.
Okay, so those
That's
two.
pretty cool.
I'll give you one more then.
Yeah. Maybe the island
Okay.
one, but
Right.
that is a weird one because like a lot of people, like I was staying in front the other week,
Mm.
and my host, also climbers, they were like, "Oh, what about the island? Do you want to try it?" And I was like, back when I was younger, the island would have been like a dream boulder to try to do. Like, I really wanted to do it at some point, or just be like, I would be really psyched if I ever did it. But nowadays, I am really not psyched to go and try it, but mostly because it just seems super busy. It's like super popular,
Yeah.
and there's always loads of people there, and just like a lot of noise and things. And I don't know, just
So that sort of
it's kind
popularity has made it fade
yeah,
for you.
it's taken away from it for me for some reason.
You
Don't
prefer
know.
to climb in places where it's a bit quieter, maybe it's
Yeah.
less people. Was it
Yeah.
hard from that perspective on Deep Fake?
Sometimes it was, but I don't know. Like it was okay generally because it was like it was quite nice, kind of chatting to different people, and
Okay.
like they were not trying the same thing as me, but they were. I don't know, just like meet some different people, but I don't know. I do definitely prefer climbing.
Yep.
In quieter areas for sure.
Was that a detractor for you trying Dreamtime? Because for me, that was one of the harder things about trying that, was just that you'd go there and it'd be a circus.
I tended to go when no one was there when I was trying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just selective, and it's like, I'm not going to go if
very
there's like a million
selective.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
But the island as a boulder in itself is mega. I think
Yeah.
would be really cool.
Yeah. Would you
I just
you
don't
go?
want to go when there's crowds.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Would you go island or would you go big island? Because nobody does the island anymore. I think I heard somebody mention this somewhere, that the island is almost just like fallen off into obscurity.
So I kind of always thought that both of them start in a bit of a weird place.
Yeah.
Like it kind of seems like you should have one start in between both of them.
Okay.
Just starting.
Matched on that thing. Yeah, on the rail.
Why?
In the middle. Why below?
Yeah.
Like one Y, one hand in, or one hand below, or
Yeah. So maybe
makes
I
sense.
just have the island from there.
Yeah, there you go. Do the native
island
start.
mid.
Yeah, mid start. Alright, cool. I'd like to finish with a this or that. So really simple.
All right.
Grit or lime?
Grit. But Yorkshire
That
grit.
looked hard. That looked a hard decision. Yeah, not peak grit. Alright, fair enough. Swiss or font?
Fun.
Oh, was that not hard for you?
I love them both, but
Yeah.
fun is just so fun.
Okay. Projecting or mileage?
This is so hard. Projecting.
Home board or commercial board?
Homeboard.
Wood or resin?
Resin.
Rocklands or Ticino?
Rocklands.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. That is hard. Ben or Jerry?
Ben.
Nale or Fred?
thread. I don't know.
Woods or web?
Woods. I know I'm a bit bad.
Setting comps or doing comps?
Setting comps.
Yeah, good answer. All right, thanks. Cheers, Nate.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Hope you enjoyed that episode with Nathan. If you did, please give us a like, share, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. And see you on the next one.